Hello, good morning children. Welcome to your first online class. Hope you all are fine. Children, as in our WhatsApp class, we are doing chapter 2, all the exercises of chapter 2. We'll be continuing with chapter 2's exercise, but in our online class, we'll do chapter 3. Okay, and the name of a chapter is Input and Output Devices. Okay, and children, you all don't have your books. Yes, many of you don't have your books with you right now. So this video is very important. So please listen it carefully. Okay, and you can re-watch the video to understand the concept. All right. So I'm starting now with, I'm doing chapter 3 now. So first I'll read the chapter and then I'm going to explain you all. Okay. Okay. A computer is an electronic machine. Monitor, CPU cabinet, mouse and keyboard are the main parts of a computer. Earlier, you have learnt that a computer works in 3 basic steps called IPO cycle. IPO stands for input, process, output. A computer takes data and instructions from the user, processes it and gives a result. Different parts of a computer perform different actions on the basis of their work. The parts of a computer are divided into 4 parts: input devices, output devices, storage devices, processing devices. In this chapter, you'll explore the various input, output and storage devices. Now children, you all know that computer is an electronic machine. A computer works with the help of an electricity, and there are 4 main parts of a computer: monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. Okay, these 4 different parts of a computer have their different works. Okay, and these 4 parts of the computers are again divided into 4 important parts like monitor, keyboard, mouse and CPU. Okay, these 4 parts are again divided into another 4 parts: input, output, processing and storage devices. And children, you all know that devices means machine. What is the meaning of a device? Device means machine. When we talk in a computer language, our language is a bit different from our English common language. Okay, so usually we say machine, but when we talk in computer, when we talk in a computer language, we say it's a device. Okay, so these 4 main parts of a computer are again divided into input, output, process and storage devices. Now we'll see what is an input device. Okay, now we are going to talk about input devices. Okay, input devices are mouse, keyboard, and microphone. Okay, there are 3 input devices. Why these devices are called input devices? Let's check it out. Input devices are those parts of a computer that are used to enter data or instructions into a computer. Let us discuss some of the common input devices. Mouse. A computer mouse has 2 buttons and a scroll wheel. It controls the movement of a pointer on the screen. That is why it is also known as a pointing device. A mouse is used to point, draw, select, move, or open objects on the screen. It is also used to enter commands by different clicking operations. Now, why this mouse is called an input device? Let's check it out here. This is your monitor. Okay? This is your monitor. We can see small pictures here. These small pictures are known as icons. What are these called? These are called icons. There are small pictures. These are called your icons. Okay. Here you have taskbar, and on the taskbar you have a start button and some useful icons over here also you can see. Alright. Now suppose if you want to draw inside. So how can you draw? Can you see a arrow sign here inside the monitor? This arrow sign is linked with your mouse. Okay. There are 2 buttons on mouse, left and right, and there is a long tail. This device is known as a mouse. Okay. So now when you move the mouse on the table, you'll see this arrow sign inside the screen will also moves inside the screen. That means these 2 are related with each other. When you move the mouse on the table, you'll see this pointer also moves inside the screen. Alright. So you can now do your work. If you want to open any program, you can bring your cursor here near the program and just click on the mouse button. This program will open on the screen. Suppose if I open a paint program. Children, what do you do in a paint program? We do painting, drawing and painting. Okay. So now in this paint program you can see everything that you need to draw and color. You have color plates, you have shapes, you have all the requirements, whatever you need to do your drawing. Now how can we draw inside this? Can you use your pencil? Can you use your ruler? Can you use your fingers to draw? No, we cannot use. So how can we draw inside the screen? Okay, we can use this mouse to make drawing inside the screen. And what helps inside the screen to make a drawing? It is a arrow sign which is also there inside the program. Okay. Now when you move this mouse on the table, this arrow will also move inside the screen, and with the help of this arrow you can draw the diagram that you want to draw on the screen. Suppose if you want to draw a flower. Okay. Now this arrow will help you to make your drawing inside the screen. Okay. You cannot touch, it's not a touch screen. You can use your mouse to draw, and this mouse pointer will help you to make your drawing inside the screen. Okay. Now after making a drawing, you need to fill color in it. How can you fill color again? You have a color palettes here. Different colors you have. All the varieties of color you can see on the color palettes. Okay. Now what you can do is, with the help of this mouse again, you can pick the color, your favorite color, and you can color your drawing. Alright, you can feel color inside the drawing. So that's why we call this mouse is an input device, because this mouse is helping us to work inside this monitor screen. Okay, so we cannot go inside, we cannot use a finger, we cannot use a pencil to make any drawing inside this. What is helping us? That is only a mouse which help us to make drawing and coloring inside a monitor. So that's why a mouse is known as an input device. This mouse is known as an input device. Now the second is your keyboard. Why keyboard is known as an input device again here? Again I'll make a monitor. Okay, this is a monitor. Now here we have a keyboard, a board on which you can see small buttons, and these buttons are known as your keys. Okay, there are small buttons on this board. These buttons are known as keys. So this is called your keyboard. On this, let's read it first. A keyboard has many buttons present on it. These buttons are called keys. It has 104 keys of different types, such as alphabet, number, spatial, and arrow keys. These keys are used to type letters, words, numbers, or symbols. The typed work is displayed on the monitor. Some of the keys are used to enter commands into a computer. Now see, as I have told you, there are many keys. There are 104 keys on one keyboard. If you have a keyboard system at your home, computer system, you can go and count how many keys are there on your keyboard. Okay, you'll find there are 104 keys. 104, there are different types of keys. Okay, some are alphabet keys. 26 alphabet keys are there. Number keys are there, 0 to 9. Then you have 4 arrow keys: up arrow key, down arrow key, left arrow key, and right arrow key. Then you have spatial symbol keys. Symbol keys means you have plus sign, minus sign, division sign. The signs are the keys which hold a sign are called symbol keys. Okay, then we have comma, full stop, everything is there on a keys. Okay, so now what these keys help us to do? Suppose if you want to write a name or any subject, anything you want to write on a monitor, can you use your pencil? Can you use a pen to write? No, we cannot write with a pen or a pencil, or we cannot even use a chalk. So how can we write? To write on a keyboard, we have to use our keys. As I have told you, there are 26 alphabets are there on a key. So you can choose the alphabets and you can write a word. Okay, suppose if I want to write computer, so I have to press the key of COMPUTER. So what I'll do, when I press the key C, I'll see it on the monitor. When I press the key O, it will come on the monitor. In the same way, I'll press MPUTER, and all these alphabets will be typed on the monitor. We can see it on the monitor. Again, what is happening? This key, when I am pressing the keys of the keyboard, the letters are entering inside the monitor, okay, and making a word. Computer. Okay, when I am pressing the keys of the keyboard, it is entering inside the monitor and we can see it on the monitor. So again, this keyboard is known as your input device, because again this key is helping us to type a word inside the monitor. So that's why we called keyboard as an input device. Keyboard as an input device because it helps us to type a letter, a word, sentence, numbers also you can write. If you have to write your roll number, you can type your roll number. Also suppose 16, you can type inside with the help of this keyboard. You can type anything. Okay, so that's why this is called, this is a symbol, as I have told you, this dash is a symbol, so you can use symbolic keys also to type on your keyboard. That's why keyboard is known as an input device. And the third one is your microphone. Okay, let's check out your microphone. A microphone is used to record different sounds in a computer. For example, voice, music, and so on. It carries the sound or audio input. It also used to speak to your friends, family, and other people over the internet. It is attached to the CPU cabinet through wire. Now, what is a microphone? A microphone is a recorder. Suppose like I am using this microphone. Okay, now as we are not having a live class, we are using internet to do our classes. Yes, here internet is also helping us. So my voice is getting inside the computer. Okay, my voice, whatever I am saying here, it's getting recorded inside the computer or inside the mobile phone. So again, my outside voice is getting inside. So that's why this microphone is known as an input device. Now you can put this microphone and even you can sing. Okay, when you sing a song, this song will be recorded inside the computer, or if you attach with the computer, it will go inside the computer, and if you do attach with the mobile phone, then your voice will be recorded in the mobile phone. Okay, and later on you can listen your song, your voice. Okay, so that's why again this microphone is known as your input device. Okay, now when we use this microphone in a computer, we have to attach this with the CPU cabinet. We have to put a plug-in with the CPU cabinet, and when we are using it with the mobile phone, we have to plug it in the mobile phone. Okay, there is a switch. Now when you watch, when you see this, when you do meetings, when we are having meetings, when you can talk, isn't it? Can you hear the principal sir or ma'am saying you, representing you, so you listen, isn't it? This voice are all going through this microphone. Okay children, so again this microphone is an input device because it is also helping you to put your voice inside the computer or inside your mobile phone. Okay, so we'll do till this today. Rest will continue next class. Like we have 3 more topics to discuss, like output devices, then we have storage devices and processing device. We'll do in next class. So till then, stay safe, stay happy, okay, and keep on reading. All right, bye.